Good morning, everybody. Just wanted to do a quick video here on this beautiful Lionsteel SR1 that I got in for sharpening. I know there's quite a few videos of these on YouTube from the likes of Nuttin' Fancy and others, but given that this is the first Lionsteel knife that I had in for sharpening service and the first that I've handled, thought it was kind of special and just wanted to do a short video on it and just kind of talk about it, maybe give a few of my opinions about this knife. So this is a Italian produced knife, and kind of some of their proprietary Sleipner steel, if I can show that to you there, which I heard is similar to D2 steel, and sharpens up very nicely. Takes a very good polish, which I think you guys can see there on that edge. This is a titanium handle knife, and something that's interesting about this knife, and I haven't really seen before, is that this handle is one solid piece of titanium, if you guys can see that there. So there's no screws that hold the sides together. This is just one big chunk of titanium that was three-dimensionally machined, which is pretty impressive. I imagine that takes some advanced machining and skills to produce a handle like that. So that's very nice. You can see the handle here, and this is kind of a subdued, kind of purplish gray color, I guess you could say. It's kind of hard to tell, but very nice, very attractive. Nice fluted design here on the handle scales. Provides a little bit of traction there as well. You can see here there's a glass breaker, or you can call that a skull crusher here on the base of the blade. It's kind of a nice minimalistic pocket clip here, deep carry clip, which I imagine that would be perfectly functional in its role. It's kind of nice to see a smaller pocket clip. Some knives, they have these big, huge pocket clips on them. They're almost the entire size of the handle, And I sometimes think that's not necessary to have that much of a pocket clip on a knife when maybe something smaller like this will suffice. While we're looking at this locking side here, you can see they have a lock bar stabilizer to keep you from overextending this frame lock. But also something I didn't really realize is that this also functions as a lock. So if you rotate this clockwise, that will then lock the frame lock, and it essentially becomes a fixed blade knife. So that's pretty cool. So you can turn that back, and then you can disengage your knife here as usual. The first thing I kind of thought when I picked this knife up was, man, it's a chunk of steel. It's a kind of a heavy knife. So I stand by that. It's a pretty good sized knife. It's about probably maybe 3 3/4 inch blade. So it's a pretty good sized blade on this knife. So you're getting a good amount of edge for your weight here. But given the solid construction of these, this single piece of titanium here for the frame, it's fairly heavy. Sorry about that background noise there, guys. My air conditioner has kicked on. It's almost June. It's summertime here in Louisiana, so gotta have your AC. But let's take a little bit closer look at this blade here, guys. Very nice blade. Finished very nicely. Near mirror polish on this blade. Fit and finish is excellent. Very beautiful blade. Grind lines are very clean, precise. On this particular knife, my customer wanted me to convert this from the convex grind that it comes with from the factory to a standard V-edge, so he could sharpen this up a little bit easier himself, or maintain it, I should say. So that's what I did. I put about a 17-degree bevel on this knife. I think it came out quite nice. This Sleipner steel takes a very nice polish. I can get that to focus there for you guys and show you. It's a very nice polish. Wasn't too hard to sharpen either. can see here the pivot screws are kind of stylized. Kind of looks like a Microtech style screw there. Though I'm not sure who came up with that design first, if it was Microtech or Lionsteel. But there is a little T8 Torx in there, guys, so you can take those out and open it, or adjust your pivot if you need to. There's a little steel insert here for your frame lock, should that need to be replaced or serviced in the future, so that's nice. The action on this knife is smooth. The centering on this particular knife is just favors the non-locking side a tiny bit, but it's pretty good, pretty close. Opening on this knife is pretty good. As you can see there, comes out pretty quick. Lockup is solid, up and down, side to side. Disengagement here of the frame lock is nice. Comes out pretty fast. So, yeah, overall nice knife, you know. Got a little bit of jimping here, which is, you know, adequate. It's pretty sharp, doesn't stick up too far, but it gets the job done. And just notice the spine of this knife is slightly rounded. Not as extreme as like a Chris Reeve knife, but it's just slightly radius to kind of give it a little bit more of a finished look, which is nice. So, yeah, you know, really nice knife. Beautiful knife. This is kind of into the category of knife art, I think, guys. If you guys are into those sorts of things. But yeah, it's my first Lionsteel knife that I got in, so I wanted to do a little video on this and just talk about it. And overall, my impressions are positive. So let me just do a quick little cut test here for you guys, because I haven't done one of those for a little while. It's a little 17-degree bevel here that I put on. Let's see how this turned out, shall we? Nice and sharp. See if I can do a couple push cuts here. I usually like to test the edge in a couple of spots just to see, make sure I'm sharp from base to tip here. So let's see what we got. Oop. That one kind of tore, that was my fault. But very sharp. So I can do a little sweep cut here. There you go. You can see very sharp. So alright, that's about all I have to say about this knife, guys. Really like it. This is going back to my customer Tom, so you should probably have this back by Monday, I believe. So alright, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Everybody's doing well out there. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.